going to start with the prone aspect of the work. And you can see we've taken the time to do a little pillowing to help support the body in this here to keep the head in a more neutral position. And if there's any discomfort in the lower back or sacrum, I would suggest placing a very small pillow across the pelvis supporting their ASIS is just to take that lordosis out of play a little bit so it can maybe receive a little bit more gentle pressure and you have more freedom to do a little movement. So we're going to start with compressions onto the back, addressing primarily the bladder meridian, this meridian that runs in two parallel lines on either side of the back. So we're going to just open the body up a little bit and come to the side. And you can position yourself about halfway between the top of the shoulders and the hip. And we're going to be reaching across the spine and compressing with the heels of our hands. So we're going to try to not only address the musculature here and open up the chi, but create some space in and around the spine. So take a nice inhale, please, and exhale. So this top hand is going to stay stationary, grounding hand. And the bottom hand is the most active or yang hand. So I'm pressing down and slightly away from the spine. And take it down to and include the sacrum. Remember we're talking about how the bladder goes down the body and it runs right through the sacrum. So after you come to the sacrum, pick this hand up and we're going to compress again. So we're supporting the natural movement of the chi through the bladder channel. It's yang descent. So even pressure, both hands. Okay, and we're just going to come back and use a braced thumb, one thumb on each, so you're going to work in the lamina groove. So the space between the spine and the medial border of the erectors, we're going to come right there and going to have an inhale. And on the exhale, we're just going to lean forward and push away. So we're creating some space there. This opens up the area so that we can more readily address the inner bladder meridian. So this braced thumb, yes, takes the pressure off the thumb joints, guards against any excessive hyperextension. Leaning in on the exhale. Come across any excessive tightness or thickness, you can please apply pressure a few times just to help clear out that space and open up that channel. Okay. Now, we're going to do a few things. We're going to open up, step across, and then place the arm back on the foot so that we're going to work for the shoulder girdle here. So we're going to start at the top here in the upper portion of trapezius, addressing on a muscular level the trapezius and the supraspinatus to a certain extent, and some of the posterior deltoid, but also gallbladder and triple warmer points on the top of the shoulder. So I'm doing a braced finger up one-on-one and just doing some nice circular motion here. Basically, you want to try to free up the muscular attachments to and around the shoulder girdle so that when we're going to do some mobilization, so it has a little better chance of coming back So I'm compressing here onto the back of the scapula here, also addressing infraspinalis, posterior deltoid. So not scientifically, but compassionately, just lean in into the area. My outside hand fingers are going to create a shelf and just slip underneath the head of the humerus. And the inside fingers are coming up against the vertebral border of the scapula, just immediately distal of superior angle. I'm going to inhale, and with a straight arm, I'm just going to lean back. I'm going to work my way down to the inferior angle of the scapula. You notice the straight arm approach here, and the mobilization comes from shifting my weight back in a clear fashion. Inhaling as I lean forward, exhaling as I lean back. Right down to superior angle. And once we've done that, now we're going to switch hands. Still the same approach, a flat finger shelf to support the humerus so you're not pinching up into the upper fibers of pec major. Now the bottom hand, the heel, comes just below the inferior angle of the scapula. And we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to compress and twist into the lower back and sacrum. So we're using the shoulder as a way of adding a slight rotation into the back. And I'm taking that down onto the sacrum. Opening up the arm, stepping across. And kneeling and seiza right up against them on the side you just finished working. And we're going to use our elbow to work the lamina groove. So we're going to be just immediately lateral of the spinous processes to get the inner bladder meridian. So feeling for the spine, coming just lateral, and then just sinking in with the elbow. And just working your way down. As far as applying pressure with the elbow, you can see the articulating surface here, and how I'm choosing to not only be specific, but apply some more direct pressure is not, my weight is coming in, but also if I lift and create an angle here, it brings more specificity to the contact point. So just lean in, and then up. So my weight coming in, specificity is created by lifting, creating this angle here. So this is more of the area of the inner bladder line. And you take that down to the sacrum. And the outer bladder line is right up against the lateral border of the most prominent of the erectors longissimus. So starting from the shoulder and the braced thumb, we're just going to press into the lateral border of longissimus in the direction of the energy is towards the spine. So this addresses the outer bladder meridian quite nice. And fascially, it helps open up the longissimus off of the back of the rib cage. Right? You notice I'm up on one knee and one foot, extended arms so I can take advantage of my own body weight. And again, working out of rotation, so you don't want any rotation in your body. You want to create a pathway where you can utilize your body mechanics and also allow your breath to come more readily in and out of your body, so less resistance. And then we'll repeat on the other side. Same. Now I'm just going to do this a little bit so you get a sense of it again. So we can get that ink on the video. It's good for video sales. It gets ink. Inhale, please. And exhale. Another method of utilizing your body mechanics and body weight is coming up on two knees and just letting your feet come off the ground. So that way it ensures that you're using your body weight. Head and neck should be in neutral position. Even pressure both hands. Pressing, creating space for inner bladder meridian, so we're pressing into the medial border of longitudinous of the breastbone. Inhaling, rocking back and moving to the next position. Exhale, leaning in. And just honoring that slight pause after your exhale, just lingering just a little bit. Creating space in and around the spine. Step across now so we can add some mobilization into the shoulder girdle. Start with some circular friction here. Some compression. Mobilization. Switching hands. Compression with a twist. All by shifting your body weight back. You keep your arms straight and you utilize your body weight more, not your muscle, your arm strength.
It's at 14.
Outer bladder meridian. Pressing braced thumb into lateral border of longitudinous. And the lower back here, working the 10 points in the